This is just a quick video as a follow-up to my immediately previous video, which is entitled "This Fluke Flaw is More Serious." Just to recap what was in that video very quickly, I ended here with the Fluke 17B Max literally plugged into the BM235. The Fluke is measuring volts, the BM is measuring ohms, and the idea was to show the input impedance of the Fluke. And right now, when the Fluke is in voltage measuring mode, which it is, its input impedance as reported by the BM is 11 megohms, which is what we expect. And so that's what we saw. And then the big flaw is that when you switch it to off, when you turn your voltmeter off, the input impedance shoots down, all the way down to about 400K. So from 11 meg ohm to 400K ohm, and that, or 500K ohm, let's call it. And that's enough to short out things like low impedance, high voltage supplies, or at least to severely put a draw on them, which they may not be expecting. So that's what I showed you in the previous video, and I also showed how a couple of other meters did not do this, only the 17B Max. So in this video, I'm just going to add one more meter to the experiment, and that. So here we are again with 11 megohms input impedance. By the way, the Fluke and all the other meters show about 118 millivolts because that's the voltage that the 235 is sending over in order to be able to measure that impedance. So we're going to do one more meter, which I really should have done earlier, but for some reason, ironically, I forgot. And that meter is a blast from the past. So this is my original Fluke 79 Series 2. This is from the early 1990s is when I got this in my engineering job. And when I left the job, they never asked for it back, so I kept it. Anyway, I've kept it in good condition. It is not my daily driver, but I've kept it going nicely, cleaned it up, works fine. So I'm going to put it in volts. And again, it's showing about 118 millivolts, which is what everybody else was showing. And as usual, it's showing 11 megohms of input impedance. Now let's turn it off and see what happens here. Input impedance shoots up to effectively open, or meaning you have no input impedance. What this means is I looked up on the 235 spec sheet, and that leads me to believe that it's capable of measuring only up to 60 megohms is what it's listed at. So right now the input impedance is over 60 megohms, and that's perfectly fine. That's not going to short out anything at all. So even a vintage Fluke meter responds the correct way to being turned off. It will not short out its voltage inputs. So anyway, I'll leave it at that. Again, please comment on this video. Please watch the previous video. I'll put the link in the description, and comment. Let me know if does your Fluke act like this? I don't know. If all you need is another meter to test it, let me know or what you think. Thanks.